Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Raw Doing Stuff. Today we're going to be making some bacon, and we're going to use the EQ method or the equilibrium method. I found a calculator online. I'm going to try that out. I've made bacon before, but I've never used it with that method, and people seem to think that that's the best. So what I'm going to do first is I got to get these cut into equal pieces. I got 2 pork bellies here. They're about 12 pounds each, and we're going to get those cut into sections, and then we'll show you what we do next. Okay guys, so we got our bacon cut up. We measured this slab over here, and it weighs 1,300 grams. So you can see this diggingdogfarm.com. I'm using their calculator. So it says if it's 1,300 grams, then we need 3.24 grams of our cure. So I've got that on this little scale here. It's a little much. Okay, so 3.24. Okay. And then we're going to hit the tare button, which that puts it back to 0. And we're going to add salt 22.96. So I've got some salt here. So we'll go up to 22.96. Okay, right there. And then we need to add 13 grams of sugar. Nope, I gotta hit the button. That should be good. We're just under 13 grams because I spilled a little bit in there. Okay, and that's it, other than I like to add a little bit of pepper to it. About yay much. And that's not going to affect it. As long as you add something that doesn't have salt in it, it's not going to affect your cure. If it has salt in it, it will affect your cure. Okay, so we got that all mixed up. Now what we need to do is get our pork belly into this bag. I'm going to move these out of the way for now because we're going to do those, but we won't do them all on camera. Okay, so then we need to get this in here. See if it'll fit. Oh yeah. So then what we want to do is we want to take our cure, we want to spread it out on here on both sides. Put half on one side, flip it over. Doesn't have to be too precise because this is going to sit in the fridge for about 15 days, and as it does you'll flip it over and mix it up and it'll get a little moist. It'll start pulling the moisture out of that pork belly. You just want to make sure you get it all in there. Okay, just like so. And then you want to zip it up. You want to get it down to one side because you want to try to get as much air out of it as possible, like so. And you want to zip that up. Unless you get salt in the zipper, then it doesn't zip. Okay. Alright, so then this is just going to go into the fridge just like that. And it'll sit there every 3 to 4 days. We'll come around along and we'll flip it over and give it a little neat massage and that. And then we'll be ready to smoke this and turn it into some good bacon. Like I said, I've never tried this EQ method before, but I'm going to try it out. I've heard good things about it. Alright, so I've got our bacon here. It's been curing outside for about 15 days. This is the time of year to do it because it stays cold enough outside to leave it. You can see the texture and feel of the, well, you can't see it, but I can feel it. The texture of the pork belly's changed. So next thing we got to do is we've got to get this rinsed off. Then we're going to cut a piece off of it and fry it up. Just make sure it's not too salty. If it is too salty, we'll have to soak it in some water to pull some of the salt out of it. If it's not too salty, then we'll just rinse it off, let it sit to form the pellicle, and then we'll put it on the smoker. Make sure you rinse it with cold water, not hot water. Just a good rinse like that. Then we'll get a piece sliced off and fry it up. Okay, so once you've got it rinsed, you just want to take a paper towel and get the excess water off of it. I've done that with these over here already. Okay, now we're going to slice a slice off and we'll check to see if it's too salty or not. Alright, so we got our bacon fried up here. Take a taste of this. Tastes perfect, not too salty, so I guess we don't need to soak it in water. Now we just got to get it, well, I'm going to put it outside because it's cold out there, or you can put it in the fridge. But I'm going to put it outside and let it sit for about, well, 4 to 24 hours. I'm going to let it sit for more like 4 hours because that's what I have time for today. It'll form a pellicle on the outside of it, and then we're going to get it in the smoker. Alright guys, so like I said, we got to get a pellicle on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat these dry one last time, just because they've been laying against this other meat, and get it off. I'm just going to set it here right on the smoker. Like I say, you can see my breath. It's not even supposed to get above 30 degrees out here today. So we're going to be plenty cold to keep this safe. Like I say, it's been out here for 15 days because it hasn't gotten above that in 15 days. So just dry all this off, get it put on the smoker. We're not turning it on or anything, just letting it sit like you would in your fridge. And I live in a pretty dry climate. You want it in, if you put it in your fridge, you want it on the bottom shelf in the driest part. And we're in a pretty dry climate, so we don't have to worry too much about humidity. So anyway, I'm just going to let that sit for about 4 hours. Then we'll come back, we'll get the smoker fired up, and we'll get this bacon smoked. Alright guys, we got our grill heated up to 180. So we're I'm gonna get this bacon put on with a little space between it. Put these other 3 up here on top. Get down on this end. It gets pretty hot. I've never understood on a pellet grill why they make them the way they do. Because it's so hot on one side, they ought to figure out a way to even that out more. At least on this grill. I don't know if they're all that way. And I've got a couple probes here. I'm going to put this one and this one. And let's see. This one in here. We'll monitor the temperature of those. When they get to 150, they're going to come off. So we'll be back when they get there. Okay guys, so our bacon's done. It's at 150 degrees. It looks really good, has a really good color on it. So we're just going to shut this smoker down and we're going to let it stay outside because there again it's cold outside. I'm going to let it sit here until it cools down. We'll take it in. Well, we'll probably just leave it out here overnight and let it cool down. And then in the morning or tomorrow evening, once it's set and cooled off, then we'll go ahead and slice it up because it's much easier to slice when it's cold. And this will allow all that smoke flavor to sink into it as well. So we'll be back when it's time to slice it up and cook a piece and we'll try it out. Okay guys, so our bacon set out in the smoker for 24 hours. We brought it in, we sliced it up, and now we fried some up. So we got to give this a taste test, see how it tastes. I cooked this in the oven. That's the best way to do it. That's some good bacon. Doesn't get any better than that. Perfect saltiness, perfect texture. So much better than store-bought bacon. If you've never made your own bacon, give it a shot. It's way better to make your own than it is to buy it in the store. So we're gonna end this video so we can go enjoy this bacon. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and a like and a share, and we'll see you on the next one.